So our company is called Cre-AID Labs, and our motto is innovate to enable. And the company name, if you see, it's create to aid. And we joined both of them that we want to create things which can help people. Me and Amartya, my other co-founder, we started work on the thesis project. And as I was saying, in the upper limb prosthesis, 3D printed upper limb prosthesis with ortho department. During that time, there was another PG named Dr. Krishna. He was doing his MS, and he was like the medical point, and we were the engineer point in the project altogether. So
yeah, I got it.
We saw very good synergy, and after so we collaborated, and then after, when we were going to start the company, we talked to him and we told him this is our idea, and he was very interested in it. And so he has joined as our medical partner in our company, and he's also one of the core team member. So our first product, which is called Mithril, it's a neo 3D printed custom splints. Have you guys seen Lord of the Rings? Anyone?
Yeah, I have, but not fully. Yeah, I have some good.
In Lord of the Rings only, they introduced this armor as Mithril. It's a very durable, lightweight armor, which is impenetrable, and it's very strong. So we took the name from there only.
Okay.
So what are Mithril splints? It is a 3D printed splint, and it's the advantage of it are, firstly, it's customizable to each patient. It's hygienic, it's breathable, it's washable, and it's lightweight. And all in all, it is very comfortable for the patient. And the splinting process, as I think so Miss Smruti will know, and you will also know, it's the same thing. It comes in a prefabricated form like this, flat shape. It's a wrist splint, and then you thermoform it to the patient's hand, and it gives a perfect fit. And then you add 3 to 4 straps, and it's done. So what we realized was that occupational therapists are doing a great job when it comes to splinting. And we were working in the ortho department, and we worked with some of the occupational therapists also. I don't know if you know Dr. Shovan Sir. He was also one of the persons we worked with.
Smruti has good,
yeah. He's one of the, I would say, finest in the country in terms of hand. Yeah.
So we realized that whenever they are getting any patients, they are spending around 25 to 40 minutes. Yeah, my other co-founder has joined.
Yeah, great.
So we realized that they are taking around 25 to 45 minutes for a splint, which is very simple, because it's almost common for each patient. So we realized we want to decrease the time for 1 minute. Amartya.
Yeah, hi Amartya.
Yeah. So I'll continue. Yeah. So we realized that there are many splints which can be just prefabricated in these platforms, and then you can thermoform and you can get the job done in 5 minutes. Because firstly, you can use it on more patients. Then we thought, okay, how can we make this device better? So we realized that that one thing that each patient, because we also want the splint, we realized that one of the problems which we felt was it's not breathable, it's not waterproof, and it's a bit heavy as compared to the normal cloth splint. And then we came up with this idea: why not make it firstly in a flat prefabricated shape, and then put all the advantages which we feel. And if anyone asks why Mithril splints, we say it ABCDE. It's aesthetic, it's breathable, it's custom, it's durable, and it's economic.
Okay, and what's the exact pricing? Yeah, pricing part. The you said economic.
Yeah. So
our price varies from splint to splint. We started around 300 rupees for the finger splints, and then as the size increases, the price increases. So the thumb spiker is 1250, cock up splint is 1500, and it goes up to 2500 for volar block, ulnar gutter, and so on. So it varies. So the price range is for hand splints between 1000 to 3000. It doesn't go beyond that.
Okay. And means you pre-design, or you take orders, or you print based upon the customization needed per patient?
So there are 2 ways to do it. We'll just, so as we go through the slides, we'll explain it to you.
Yeah, sure.
So with all of these features, we see it's really good for athletes, military personnel, pediatric cases, and especially for neuromuscular cases, or neuromuscular deficiency cases. These are some of the cases we've had. So over here, this is a cock-up splint we gave to an amateur golfer who had a capitate fracture. So 2 weeks into her intervention, she had a cast. We got in touch with the ortho surgeon and with her orthopedic surgeon, and he saw a product, and we figured, okay, after 2 weeks of wearing the cast, we can replace it with the splint. So instead of wearing a cast for 6 weeks, she wore the cast for 2 weeks and a splint for 4 weeks after that. So this enabled her to get back into her rehabilitation procedure much faster without too many issues. This was a modified cock-up brace we gave to a brachial plexus patient who was developing spasticity. This was a custom brace we made for a child who had a tumor in the wrist. So he needed a splint which was easy to don and off, which he could wear in, when he goes to bathe, when just daily, which is a durable splint, comfortable. So this was what we custom made for him. This is an extended ulnar gutter. This is a cock-up brace for a patient. Again, this was a modified cock-up which we made again for a patient with spasticity. He had an SCI. Here, this is a completely custom brace which we have made, and now we have standardized it. The sugar tongue brace. This was for a doctor from Devraj Institute here in Kolar. So she had a lunate fracture. She needed a sugar tongue brace, and we were asked to provide the provision for flexion and extension within this brace. So we did that by giving a hinge joint. So to answer your question, our splints go in two forms. One is we have standardized our models such that 1 second, I'll just stop. So we have standardized our models and we have different sizes, so here's our extra small, here's the small, here's the medium, and we have a large size as well. So we've targeted each upper limb splint, like the thumb spiker, cock-up, volar block, etc., standardized it, and the customization for this can happen just by molding into the patient's hand. So we're saving the therapist the trouble of cutting those thermoplastic sheets and going through that entire process. It's like a quicker, shorter method of getting it done. The second way is that we customize it on a per case basis. So this was a per case base. We got this case and within 48 hours, we had prototyped, printed, and delivered it to the patient. Similarly, this was also a special case because he just needed, it's like a volar block only, but he needed it only to the PIP joint. So we made the modification within 24 hours, we were able to give him the splint. So we have these two methods, So we have these two methods of delivery. One is standardized for whatever. So similarly now for the sugar tongue, right? We have, using her case, Dr. Naga's case, we have now created a standardized model for this. So if anybody needs a sugar tongue, we have different sizes and we can give it out. And the customization can occur, the extra customization can occur through, molding onto the patient's hand. So now this brings us to a product catalog where we have the cock-up brace, thumb spiker, stack splint, mallet splint, volar block, sugar tongue, ulnar gutter brace, boutonniere brace, and like this we've targeted most of the upper limb splints.
And all these are in process of being patented.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Currently, we've developed we have distributed over 500 splints, and we've got really good feedback from our product. And we're currently distributing in Bangalore and in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay, and your working area is in?
Sorry?
You're currently working means your setup is in which city?
Our setup is in Bangalore. We've established a center in Vijayawada as well, and we're working to establish one in Hyderabad.
Okay, great.
And we're also developing two more orthotic products. One is the ultra cast. We've called it the ultra cast. It's a 3D printed cast. And the other thing we're getting into is 3D printing of ankle foot orthosis. Two more projects we've taken up, which we haven't exactly added to the roster here, is one is knee braces. So we're getting into medial offloading braces, specifically medial offloading, because we've got a lot of requests for patients with osteoarthritis. And the only other alternative in the market is DonJoy right now. So we're trying to make something which is better, slightly cheaper as well. So we're working on medial offloading and we're working on SMOs as well.
And handling.
And yes, dynamic splits. So we are tying up with a few neuro centers. So part of our R&D team is also getting into dynamic braces. We're starting off simple with just regular dynamic cock-up splints. And as and when the requirement comes, we'll be extending our lineup. And that's our team. So Satyam, Dr. Vamsi, and I.
Okay. Great to listen to you guys.
So now all these products of Cre-AID Labs are available on our website of MH India, and all the users and patients can find out and check out the products. So both the platforms, that is the MH India and Cre-AID Labs, have collaborated, and all the users can order the customized products at best prices at the comfort of their homes. That's all. Thank you very much for listening out to this special video.